Hey guys, it's Dyon here and it's finally day 25. So we're going to bring everything that we've worked on in the series together and we're going to work hard, flow hard and rest hard. I'm going to change out of this jumper, otherwise I'm going to melt, and let's crack on. Alright, let's begin on a comfortable seat. So choose whichever variation works for you today. And your hands, palms facing up, anywhere along your legs. Taking a few moments to get comfortable, so you might want to shuffle your sit bones around so they feel even. And then closing the eyes, pulling your shoulders back and relaxing the arms down. Loosening out the jaw. Softening around the forehead. And then bringing your attention to your breath. Start to take a deep inhale through the nose, filling up the belly, filling up the chest, filling up the throat. As you exhale, open your mouth, empty from the throat, chest, and then belly. Inhale through the nose, filling up the belly, expanding the chest, and up through the throat. Exhale, open the mouth, release the throat, the chest, and empty out the belly, pulling the belly button towards the spine. One more time, inhale through the nose, fill the belly up. Fill the chest up, fill the throat, and when you're at the top, take an extra sip of air. See how that feels? Open your mouth as you exhale through the throat, chest, belly, and once you're at the bottom, pull the belly button in, see if you can get out all that air. And then let's relax that. Breathing in and out through the nose, constricting the back of the throat, connecting to our Ujjayi breath, that victorious breath. So not only bringing our physical and mental selves to the mat, but also connecting to the present. Bring your hands together, thumbs at the heart, keeping the eyes closed. Let's set an intention to commit ourselves fully to the next 30 or so minutes. Just focusing on the breath and the movements, and being content with our practice, wherever it takes us today. Bow your head down, chin towards chest, towards our intention. Slowly opening the eyes, taking in the space, taking our position in on the mat. Let's meet in a tabletop position. So you should be experts of this by now. So shoulders should be blank, hips should be blank, and shins should be blank. Fill in the blanks. Alright, once you're there, let's start to bring the shoulders in circles in one direction. Getting into the hands, the wrists. Enjoying the warm-up. You can try to soften the jaw. We re-clenched it. Or anywhere along the face. And continuing to connect with our Ujjayi breath. And let's reverse the circles. So just go in the opposite direction as you started. And beginning to engage into the finger pads. So pressing them down into the ground. And pressing the knuckles into the ground as well. Giving a little bit of weight into the heel of the hands. Very nice. Let's bring our shoulders back over our wrists, coming into my favorite, cat-cows, pressing into the hands, lifting the tailbone as you inhale, dropping the belly, gazing forwards. As you exhale, let's bring the chin towards chest, rounding the spine, belly button in, still pressing into the hands on the shins. Inhale, dropping the belly, chest comes through the arms, gazing forwards, or soft gaze. Exhale, chin towards chest, rounding the spine, pulling the belly button in. Inhale, coming into a cow. Exhale, coming into a cat. One more time according to your own breath. And when you're done, let's start to let the cat out the bag, the cow loose in the wild by doing any movements that we want to. So we can get into our hips. We can get more into our shoulders. Maybe do some hip circles. A little bit of exploration time for you. So you can even try doing a cat-cow on your fingertips. See how that feels. Might want to take a restorative approach by coming into a child's pose. Knowing that child's pose is available for you at any point during the practice. So you can try that. Or just try freestyle it however you like. Let's take 2 more breaths, evening out any sides that you might need to even out, or just savoring these last moments to explore any new nooks and crannies. Let's bring ourselves to our tabletop position again. Straighten the left leg behind us, coming forwards and backwards a couple times, waking up the calves and the rest of the back of the leg. Shifting shoulders over wrists, lifting the back leg up to about hip height. Feet are engaged, so toes are flexed, pointing down to the ground. From here, inhale, pressing into the hands, gazing forwards. As you exhale, shifting forwards, bending at the elbows, lowering down to any amount. Inhale, pressing into the hands, lifting up. 2 more times, you got this. Exhale, shifting forwards, bending at the elbows, lowering the chest down, any amount. Inhale, lifting up, feeling the shake, enjoying the shakes. Exhale, shifting forwards, bending at the elbows, gazing forwards. Inhale, pressing up, lowering the back leg down. Nice job. Turn the back heel down and then bring the right leg out perpendicular to the mat. Right hand roots down into the ground as we reach the left hand up towards the sky. Coming into some twists, so exhale, belly button in as we reach the left hand underneath the right armpit and through. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, belly in as we twist in. Inhale, as if a gift has come from the sky. And as we exhale, we tuck that gift underneath a festive looking tree. One more time, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, as if you're tucking a present under a tree, but in the most awkward way. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, look down to the ground. So we're going to come onto our right fingertips. And from our right fingertips, try pop up, lifting the chest up, coming into our gate. All right, you might need to shuffle your back heel so it's in line with your hip. So that's your left heel with your hip. Palms are facing forwards, shoulders height. Inhale, open out the chest, press the back of the hands back. As you exhale, round the spine, chin towards chest, bringing your hands about 6 inches apart. Inhale, opening out the chest space, maybe gazing up. Exhale, rounding the spine, belly in as you come back. Inhale. When we offer something, we offer it with our whole heart. Exhale, round the spine, hands forwards. One more time. Inhale. Inflate the chest space, open it out. Exhale, rounding forwards, bowing our chin down. Inhale, opening out. Gaze to the front of the mat as we cartwheel our hands down, transitioning into our tabletop. Very nice. Let's straighten the right leg behind us, coming forwards and back a couple times. Then shoulders over wrists as we lift the back leg up to hip height, toes flex, gazing forwards. Inhale, pressing into the hands. Exhale, shift forwards, bending at the elbows, really working into your arms. Inhale, pressing up. 2 more times, relaxing the jaw as we come down. Inhale, press into your strong arms, lifting up. One last time. Exhale, bending, lowering the chest. Inhale, coming up. Lower the back leg down. Turn the back heel. Turn the left leg out perpendicular. Left hand roots down as we reach the right hand up. Exhale, belly in as we twist. Reaching underneath and through. Inhale, reaching up, bringing the gaze along with the hand. Exhale, belly in, twist. As if you're grabbing a bauble from the ground. Inhale, reaching it up and placing it on the tree. Exhale, tucking it in. I'm going to stop the Christmas cues for now. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, gazing down to the ground, coming onto our fingertips, pressing that hand into the ground, into our gate. Palms are facing forwards. Inhale, press the back of the hands back, lifting the chin. Exhale, rounding the spine, chin towards chest, bringing the hands forward, 6 inches apart. Inhale, lifting the chest, lifting the chin, pressing the hands back. Exhale, rounding the spine, chin towards chest. Inhale, opening out. Exhale, when we receive a gift, we humbly accept, chin towards chest. Inhale, open out, inflate the chest. Exhale, receive the gift without expectation. Inhale, open out. Gazing forwards, transition back to our tabletop. And let's come into a plank, just as a transition to our downward facing dog. So hands are spread out wide, not too wide that it's uncomfortable, but we're making a large surface area. Pressing more into our index finger and thumb side of the hand. Straightening out both legs, hips distance apart. Inner thighs feel as if they're hugging towards each other. On your next exhale, bend the knees and start to lift the hips up towards downward facing dog. Gazing somewhere between the legs, so maybe between the feet or the knees. Pedaling out the feet, keeping the knees as bent as they need to be. Relaxing the jaw. Armpits are facing downwards. And sending breath all the way down to the belly. And filling the chest. Deep and steady breaths here. Let's take one breath in a static down dog. So knees can be as bent as they need to. Heels don't have to touch the ground, but they're going in that direction. On your next inhale, let's lift the right leg up towards the sky. Gazing forwards as we exhale, bring the knee towards our chest, shifting our shoulders over our wrists, flexing that front foot and planting it onto the ground. Maybe using your hands coming onto your fingertips to shimmy that foot so it's next to the right thumb. Lower the back heel down. Inhale, gazing forwards. Exhale, pulling the hip back, so getting into our right hamstring. Right foot is flexed. Inhale, coming forwards, getting into our left hip flexor. Exhale, pulling the hip back, pressing that heel into the ground. Foot is pressing forwards. Inhale, coming forwards. One more time, exhale, pulling that hip back, pressing that heel down into the ground. Inhale, coming forwards, planting the hands onto the ground, lifting the back knee up. Right foot meets the left. As you exhale, lower the knees, then lower the chest and the chin, bending at the elbows. Inhale, untucking the toes, elbows in towards the chest, coming into a low lift cobra, gazing forwards. Exhale, curl the toes under, come through tabletop or plank, and let's meet in our downward facing dog. Completing your exhale here. On your next inhale, lift the left leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, looking forwards, knee in towards chest, shifting shoulders over wrists, flexing the foot, planting it onto the ground. Coming onto our fingertips to give ourselves a little bit of extra space, using the toes to shimmy our way forwards so the front foot is near the left thumb. Lowering the back knee down, inhaling here. Exhale, pulling the left hip back, heel comes into the ground. Inhale, coming forwards, feel that right hip flexor stretch or lengthen. Exhale, pull the left hip back, getting into the left hamstring. Inhale, gazing forwards. Exhale, pulling the left hip back, toes are flexed. Inhale, coming forwards. Planting the hands onto the ground, lifting the back knee up, pressing more into the index and thumb side of the hands, bringing the left foot to meet the right. On your next exhale, lower the knees, followed by the chest and the chin. 8 points of contact on the ground. Untucking the toes as you inhale, low lift cobra, elbows in. Exhale, curl the toes under through tabletop or plank, and a meeting in downward facing dog. Jumping right into our main sequence. Let's inhale, lift the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, gazing forwards, knee in towards chest. Flex that foot and plant it onto the ground, bending the back knee. Preparing to come into some warrior 3 preps. So 3 times inhaling, coming forwards, lifting the back leg up, maybe straightening the right leg if we are supported and balanced. Exhale, bending the knee and coming back. Do a couple more according to your own breath. Maybe coming into a warrior 3 prep, maybe lifting one hand and another. Coming into a warrior 3, seeing where we get to today. Gazing at a fixed point on the ground, back body lifts up, foot is engaged, floating foot that is. And coming back, let's launch one more time, maybe getting some hang time here, like we're walking in the air, floating through a moonlit sky. Let's lower the fingers down to the ground and crunch. So knee towards nose, 1 time. Keeping a small bend in your standing leg, let's slowly try to roll up, keeping the knee in and off the ground. From here, bring your hands towards your hips and foot onto the inside of your right leg. So left foot come onto your right inner thigh, can come onto your calf. Just remember not to press it onto your knee. All right, steady breaths, strong foundation, steady focus. Hands can come into any variation here. So hands can reach up, hands can be in prayer. Maybe gazing down and looking at all the presents that have been tucked there. Very nice. One more breath. Pressing into the ground, rooting down, feeling the crown of the head reach up. As you exhale, let's point the left knee forwards, bending the right knee as we lean forwards, starting to send that left foot back, lowering the hands down, framing the front foot, lowering the back leg down, meeting in downward facing dog, or coming through knees, chest, chin. So you can skip this and go straight back to downward facing dog, or come through a vinyasa. One last side. On your next inhale, let's lift the left leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, gazing forward, shoulders over wrist, knee into chest, flex that foot, plant it onto the ground. Coming onto our fingertips, gazing forwards, fixing our gaze, bending the back knee. As you inhale, launching forwards, maybe coming into a warrior three prep, maybe finding some hang time, trying a few times. First, with the breath. You got this. Work with the breath, engaging the standing leg. Right, let's all come back. Get ready to try lift up one last time. Pressing into the three corners of the standing leg, engaging the floating leg, lifting the back of the chest up. All right, let's lower the fingertips down. As you exhale, crunch, bringing your knee towards your nose. Inhale, lifting the head as we slowly roll up into a standing, keeping the right leg off the ground. Bringing our hands onto our hips, maybe using our right hand to shimmy our right foot onto our left inner thigh or the calf. Hands can be anywhere. Hands in prayer, reaching the arms up, coming into a beautifully decorated tree, rooting down, relaxing and softening the face. Awesome stuff. Let's take 2 more breaths in this tree. And if you fall and stumble, then get back into it. No big deal. All right, let's start to point the right knee forwards, bringing our hands into prayer. I find that helps me be steady the most. Leaning forwards as we start to send the right foot back. Lowering the fingertips down, framing the front foot, choosing to come into a vinyasa through knees, chest, chin, or meeting in downward facing dog. If you're coming into knees, chest, chin, shift forwards. As you exhale, lower knees, chest, chin, elbows in, untucking the toes as you inhale, pressing the tops of the feet into the ground, lifting to a low lift cobra. Exhale, curl the toes under through tabletop or plank, downward facing dog. Very, very nice. Let's gaze forwards and start to lower the knees down to the ground. Crossing at the shins, walking the hands back, making our way onto our backs. All right, from here, let's straighten out both legs. Then bring the right knee in towards the chest, rolling out the hip joint in one direction, using the support of both hands. Reverse the direction of the hip circle. Foot is slightly flexed just to protect the knee joint. And then bring your left hand onto your right knee, your right hand out to the side. So hand can be out to half a capital T or into a cactus position. Gently guide your right knee over towards your left side, coming into a supine twist to any amount that's comfortable. And completing the twist by gazing over towards the right hand. Keeping the belly in and both shoulders in contact with the ground. So right shoulder tends to want to lift up, keep it grounded. by coming out of the twist first and then trying to bring the knee over towards the left. On your next inhale, let's unravel that and switch sides. So right leg out, left knee in. Both hands support your knee if you need to for the hip circles. Foot is slightly flexed. And reverse the direction of the hip circle. Then right hand onto left knee, left hand out to the side into a half T or a cactus, slowly guiding your left knee over towards the right, both shoulders grounding to the ground. Maybe completing your twist by gazing over towards the left hand. Belly in as we're twisting from above the navel. On your next inhale, let's come back up. Bring both knees in towards your chest. Low back feels even on the ground. Bring your hands onto the inside of the legs. So hands can grab onto the ankles, peace fingers around the toes, or hands onto the outer edges of the feet. Lifting up the feet and pulling the knees down so the knees are coming towards the shoulders. Shoulders even on the ground, coming into our happy baby. So let's not stay in a static happy baby. We can rock side to side, massaging the lower back. You can straighten out one leg and bend the other, and vice versa. Taking these last few moments to even everything out and also connect to this inner child that we all once were. So experiencing joy just for the sake of joy, with no expectations, no limitations, just being happy. You can even slowly close your eyes from now on as we're moving into Shavasana after this. I'm going to say 2 more breaths. Let's bring our knees together, giving ourselves one last squeeze by wrapping the arms around the shins, maybe even grabbing the elbows if you can, and then bringing the chin towards the knees. Completely exhaling here, coming into a tiny little ball. As you inhale, let's uncurl all of this out. Sending the legs wide, maybe as wide as the mat. Feet are splayed out, arms alongside the body, palms facing up. Taking a few moments to get comfortable, so spine should feel lengthened and not twisted to one side. Shoulder blades should feel even. Get comfortable in this Shavasana position. Start to take a deep breath in through the nose. Once again, filling up the belly, filling up the chest and the throat. Maybe feeling your back in contact with the ground as you inflate. And as you exhale, this time let's sigh it out. So, like a sweet, sweet release. 2 more times. Inhale, filling up the belly, the chest, and the throat. And exhaling, sighing it out. Letting anything that you don't need to release out. Inhale, filling up the belly, letting in this fresh air come in, this fresh energy. Taking an extra sip at the top. As you exhale through the mouth, let everything out. Anything you don't need, anything that's not serving you anymore. At the bottom, bring your belly button in so you get all that air out. And let's relax the control of the breath. Beginning to tune inwards, so becoming an observer of your breath. No longer needing to control. And observing your thoughts. When we notice our mind beginning to wander and feeding you this stream of thoughts, we guide our attention back to the breath. And once we notice our mind wandering again, we just guide it back again, watching our breath in its automatic state. And allowing our body to soften and melt a little bit more into the mat. I'll be back in a few moments. Slowly start to draw some deep breaths in through the nose, keeping your eyes closed, and begin introducing some movements into your fingertips, your toes, maybe rolling out the wrists and the ankles, swaying your head side to side. Reach your arms up and overhead and stretch from your fingertips all the way down to your toes. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, let's bring one knee into the chest, followed by another, giving yourself a hug. And roll off to your right side. Using your left hand, plant it onto the ground and press yourself up into a seat as we begin. Once you're there, bring your palms together, thumbs at the heart, and thank yourself for taking this time to practice and creating this energy. If you're in a position to today, then try share this energy. I like the analogy of sharing your energy like you're lighting someone else's candle. It doesn't take away or diminish anything from you, but it does make the space a little bit brighter. Bring your thumbs towards the area between your eyebrows. The light in me sees and recognizes the light in you. Namaste.